And what about JavaScript, and why JavaScript basically required for, and how JavaScript is basically working for the browsers, and what is the major difference between the Java and JavaScript. All these things we got discussed. And what are the other kind of libraries which are going to be depending on JavaScript, like jQuery or Bootstrap or React.js or Angular, Vue.js, Knockout.js, Ext.js. A lot of other things are there. I'm not writing all the libraries here, but major important libraries I'm writing here. And one important topic everybody want to understand is, sir, what are the different kind of editors I want to work with the kind of development like HTML, CSS, or JavaScript or React.js, whatever it may be. Suppose you want to develop a complete full stack web application. What are the different kind of editors, front end or back end editors or full stack editors? What are the different kind of editors which are going to be available in the market, and which are free or paid? All these things we need to understand. And before coming to the editors, you may have a question like, sir, what is the operating system I can able to use for this particular kind of development in the real time in the companies or product development, whatever it may be. See, you can use any kind of operating system. You can use a Mac operating system. You can use a Windows operating system. The latest, better you can go for the latest ones, like operating system should be latest, and editor should be some latest, and browser should be some latest. The first important requirement is operating system. See, this operating system is, uh, you know about operating system, right? Every laptop or every system, every machine should have some operating system. Operating system, or every mobile also we have some operating system. So we should have some operating system first of all. After that, we should know the editor is important. Editor is where you can able to write the code, where you can able to debug the code, where you can able to see the outputs in the rendering part, and where you can resolve the errors. All these things we can able to do with editors. See, all the editors are basically free of editors. For this particular full stack web development, what are the technical skills we are going to be learning? For all these things, editors are free. No need to pay any single paisa for that, a single penny for that. And coming to the one more third important requirement is browsers. See, we are actually rendering the outputs in the browsers. Every web application, every web application can render in the browser. We can able to see the output. We can able to feel the application, or we can able to operate the application through the browser. See, what are the different kind of browsers which are going to be available? This is also free, sir. No need to pay for uh, any kind of browser. You can download any kind of browser. You can download Firefox, okay, Mozilla, and you can download Chrome. You can go for Safari. You can go for Opera. You can go for MS. What is this called? MS Edge? I don't know. MS Edge. See, you can go for any kind of browser. It is also free. See, operating system, when you purchase a laptop, when you purchase a system, automatically operating system is available. You can use Windows, you can use Mac, you can use Linux, anywhere you can able to develop this, or Ubuntu. So operating system is not a matter, editor is not a matter, browser is not a matter. You can use any kind of browser, you can use any kind of editor, you can use any kind of operating system. Only the important key role is skill. How to use the operating system, how to use the editor, how to install the editor in operating system, then how to deploy the application to the browser. That is what actually we need to learn. See, first of all, for example, I am a student, I am learning something, or I am a developer, I am developing something. What I want to do is, first of all, operating system. When you join for a company, they will provide a system, or they will give a laptop to you. So what you want to do is, first of all, you need to install one editor to write the code. What editor can do, we can able to write the code, we can able to debug the code, all these things. Yeah, I can able to write the code, I can able to debug the code. Okay, so I can able to debug the code. These two important major roles for any developer should follow. One is editor, one is operating system. Then whatever the code you're writing, that should be deployed. That should be deployed. That should be deployed means we can able to see the output. Somewhere you can able to see the output of the application. That output will be on the browser. So here the deployment for here browser is the playing important. So any kind of browser you can able to work for that. Can you see, observe? there are three major important components we need to remember. The first one is operating system. The second one is editor. The third one is browser. Everybody got to understand? Is there any questions and queries on this? If you want to start a development of this kind of technical skills like HTML or CSS or JavaScript or React or Angular or Bootstrap or jQuery or Python or Django or any kind of databases, connections, all these things, what we need to do is we need three important things. One is an operating system, one is a good editor, one is a browser. Everybody got to understand? Is there any questions on this? Can I move further? Sir, you people can speak.
Yes, sir.
Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
This is clear, right? So, one operating system,
Yes,
first
sir.
of all, I'm using Windows operating system. Then immediately what I want to do is, I want to go with one good editor. Yesterday, I told you one good editor. I recommended you one good editor. That editor called Visual Studio Code. So we will install Visual Studio Code first. Then I will show in Sublime Text, I will show in Atom, I will show in brackets, all the editors I will show also. But my recommended editor is Visual Studio Code. Then after, I have two browsers. I have Safari and I have Firefox. I have MS Edge also. I don't have Safari browser, sorry. I'm having Chrome, I'm having Firefox, I'm having this one MS Edge. Let me install Opera also. Okay, I will show the output in the multiple kind of browsers to you. Then you can able to understand, okay, this development is operating system independent. This development is editor independent. This development is browser independent. See, first of all, you need to ask a question. Sir, what is this browser independent and OS independent? OS independent means what? OS independent means what? Then what is this OS dependent? Dependent. First of all, you have to ask a question. And one more thing, editor independent. Sir, what is this editor independent is? Then what is this editor dependent? Sir, anybody? Anybody? Then what about output independent? Something like that. What is this independent and dependent here? Technical question I'm asking. Independent is a unmarried person, huh? Dependent is married person, huh?
Depends on OS is independent. The one that doesn't depend on OS is independent one.
See, some kind of development. Some kind of development is basically OS dependent. See, for example, if I want to develop an iOS application, if I want to develop an iOS application, iOS app, you know iOS device, right? Apple mobile phones or tabs or this kind of small gadgets and all there. For example, watches, Apple watches, whatever, iWatch. Whenever you want to develop that kind of iOS app, this is completely OS dependent. It means what? Compulsory we need to take a Mac operating system. Otherwise, it will not work out. Compulsory you need to go for the Mac operating system. Otherwise, it will not work out. For example, what is the independent? So here you can use any kind of operating system. So I can use Windows, I can use Mac, I can use this Linux, all these things for my full stack development. That is OS dependent. Sorry, OS independent. So now you got to understand what is this OS independent, what is this OS dependent. If you want to develop an iOS application, definitely Mac required. Definitely Mac OS needed. Otherwise, we can't able to develop anything. Got my point? Editor independent. Editor independent means some kind of editors which are going to be available for all kind of development. For example, there is a VS Code editor. What this VS Code editor is, this is possible with full stack. This is possible with Python. You can write code for C, C++, or Java, whatever it may be, any kind of thing you can write it down. But when you go for Xcode editor, Xcode editor, you can't able to write anything. So here you can able to write an Objective C, or you can able to write a Swift program. Only these things is possible with the Xcode. Why Xcode? For basically iOS app development. So iOS app development is completely dependent on Mac operating system and Xcode. Remaining other kind of developments are possible with any kind of operating system, any kind of editor. Now you got to understand how this independent and dependent differences. Can I go forward?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
great.
sir.
That's great. Okay, let's move to the first one. Then operating system. What is my operating system? My operating system is a Windows operating system. Very good. Fine. Right now I'm not using a MacBook, but you can use MacBook also. Anywhere development is same. Anywhere editor is same. Anywhere browser is same. But operating system also you can use any one of this. But I'm using Windows now. What I want to do is, first of all, I want to install Visual Studio Code. Just follow and observe how to install Visual Studio Code. How to install Visual Studio Code? Yesterday, I given the process for the VS Code installation. So anybody installed VS Code? I given some assignment, right?
Yes.
Yes,
I given some task for you.
installed.
Please develop some application. Please do some sort of demo application with VS Code. Everybody done that?
Yes.
Okay, that is great. So why? Because of every day I'm trying to giving you assignments. Definitely I will give you some assignments. Please try to implement it. So that should be great. Why? Because you learn something by practice. You learn something by writing the code. You feel something by seeing the outputs. If you can't able to see the output, you can't able to feel, oh, array, I can't able to develop something, I can't able to write the code. When Sari is writing, it is coming fine. But when I'm trying to writing, I can't able to see the output that you feel. So when you have issue, when you have a bug, when you struck somewhere, definitely I'll get back to you. I'll resolve your things. That is why I'm here to you. Your learners don't feel hesitate to ask any kind of doubts, to ask any kind of situations. Okay, let me go one more time. I want to show how to install VS Code. Yesterday I shown already. Just go to the browser, any browser you take, and let's search for the Visual Studio Code VS Code download. Let me go to this first link. First hyperlink is available. Just go to this, and here you can able to see three things. Here you can able to see three things. What are that? One is Windows, one is Mac, one is some Ubuntu system. Okay, so I'm using Windows machine, right? Then go for the Windows here and go for the option. Go for the button. What is the button available here? This Windows button. Just click on this Windows button download option. Here you are clearly seeing that there is some arrow mark under. What this arrow mark is actually showing to download the option. Download the particular editor. So go to the editor. After download, you can go for the editor. Let me go install one more time. And it is trying to downloading for me now. You can see on top where it is going to be trying to download. You can see here. On top you can able to see. Here you can able to see the download. Right. So maybe it is downloading now still. That's a small thing. 88 MB something. Okay. So once it was downloaded, please try to open it. Please try to open it. Try to install it. So yesterday I got already installed, I think so. One more time I'm trying to installing. Okay, now, okay, let me go install it. Happily, it is going to be installing to you. Wait for 2 or 5 seconds. But internet connection needed, sir. Without having internet connection, this will not get download. We don't have internet connection, sir. I'm not able to download means no. Don't ask that kind of questions. Huh? Okay, that was done. Okay, VS Code got opened. This is VS Code. Okay, let me write the new file. Before writing the new file, yesterday I shown. Before writing the new file, yesterday I shown something. What is that? Anybody can tell? Please remind me. After downloaded
Open default browser extension.
extension, correct. One extension we need to install. One extension we need to install. There are multiple kind of extensions, but two extensions I will show. One is the open in default browser, one is the live server. Okay, so today I want to go with the live server installation. So before going to work with the live server, what I want to do is go to the fifth option here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left side, fifth option. Left side, fifth option. Can you see? Can you see and observe left side, fifth option? This option is called extensions window. When you click on this, automatically you can able to see all extensions which are available for the VS Code. VS Code is the editor which is having lot of extensions. Python related extensions, JavaScript related extensions, React.js related extensions, React native related extensions. Okay, PHP related extensions. There are multiple kind of extensions which are going to be available here. So what I want to do is just click on the extensions button and search for the extension. What extension you want? What extension you want? I want an extension called live server. So yesterday we installed what? Yesterday we installed what? Open in. Remember, open in default browser. We installed already open in default browser. Now it is actually showing me is uninstall. No. I don't want uninstall. That was already installed, sir. If you want, you can do uninstall and you can do install again. I done uninstalled and I click on install again. It is getting a latest version. See how many people got downloaded this one? Can you see and observe this extension used by this number of people? This particular extension got used by this number of persons. Okay, that extension is over. I want to install one more extension called live server. Let me go for the live server. Live server install. Let me go and install. Live server installing. Okay, wait for some time. It is actually showing me installing. Some blue color line is moving here on the top. Can you see and observe? Some blue color line is moving here and it is actually showing me installing. Wait for some time. Don't touch it again and again. Don't touch again and again. This will take some time. Yes, that was done. That was done. So now what I want to do is I want to close this particular left navigation bar. So when you want to zoom the Visual Studio Code, Control plus. When you want to zoom out the Visual Studio Code, Control minus, Control plus, Control minus. Control plus is zoom in. Control minus is zoom out. Okay, let me go for the zoom in. This is enough, huh? Okay. Okay, let me write the points here. After installing Visual Studio Code, install a plugin, open in default browser. One more point. One more plugin we want to go for. After installed, sir, the nodes is continuing with the same notepad. Huh? Every day the nodes is continuing with the same notepad. Finally, you will get a big nodes. Every day I'm continuing the same notepad. After installed VS Code, one more thing, install extension called live server. Live server, exactly. So this one, okay, plugin or extension, that is not an issue. This is called plugin. Some people call extension, but majorly people will call extension. Okay, let me call the extension here also. Okay. Then after that, the two things we need to important. When you want to zoom in VS Code. How to zoom in VS Code? Anybody? Tell me. Zoom in VS Code. Control plus. Good. Control plus. Zoom out. Control minus. Zoom out VS Code. Editor. VS Code complete editor. Control minus. So that's fine. These are the two important note points you remember. And now let me go for the editor. And here I want to make this one hide. This is some left bar. So VS Code editor have three important bars. Can you see and observe? This is one bar, left navigator bar. This is one bar, top navigator bar. and this is one center bar. This is actually called viewpoint, where we can see the code, where we see the code. That is called viewpoint. Three important sections we have here. Okay, understand three important sections here. I want to hide the left section. I want to close this particular section. After opened it, I want to close it. When you want to close it, what we need to do? When we want to close this one, what you need to do? I need to go for the top explorer here. When you go with the explorer, automatically the door is closed. Click on explorer window. Click on explorer button to hide the left navigator bar. Okay, now what I want to do is go to the file, go to the new file, new text file or new file, whatever it may be. Control N, Control Alt, Windows plus N, whatever you want. Control N, new file. First of all, what we need to do is save this file as .html format. Okay, so let me write the first point, first program. Create a first HTML program in VS Code. Okay, let me write the points here. The first point, open VS Code, go to file section, click on new file, or Control N, Control plus N. Then after that, save file as file name .html. Compulsory, sir. Every HTML file will saved with the .html extension. See, you remember one point. Every PDF can be saved with what file extension? Every PDF file can be saved with what extension? What kind of extension?
.pdf.
Exactly. So every PDF file can saved with .pdf extension. At the same time, every HTML file got saved with .html format. Capital letters or small letter, both are okay, but the small letters are recommended for complete HTML. Let me go for the file name .html. Let me go and save as. Okay, let me go with zoom in and just go for the save the file. I want to save the file for today class. So I want to create a new folder for 3x8. Okay, inside the 3x8 folder, what is the date today? 3/8. Okay, and let me give the name of the file first.html. See, the file name is your wish, sir. Whatever the name of the file you want, you can take it, but dot extension is important. File name is your wish, but .html is compulsory. If you're not giving the .html, it will not go to the browser. Browser can able to understand only HTML. And one more point, reverse point. HTML can able to rendered by the browser only. Browser can able to understand HTML. At the same time, HTML can be rendered only by the HTML. So remember this point. Let me clear this drawings here. Okay, so click on save button. Okay, this is simple empty file, sir. Right click on this and open in default browser. I did not see anything. Can you see? My browser is going to be open. My browser is trying to getting open. See, what is my file name? Here first.html. But first.html, we don't have any content. By default, some white color blank page came. White color blank page came. What I want to do is I just want to write something. Welcome to web development. Let me write something. Welcome to web development. I'm just written something. What I want to do after writing something? Control S, save the file. Control S. Can you see? File, save file. Or go for the Control S. Let me go for the Control S shortcut. Then again go to the browser and refresh the browser. Go to the browser and refresh the browser. Can you see the browser now? Browser zoom in, browser zoom out. Same Control plus, Control minus. Browser zoom in, browser zoom out also. Control plus, Control minus. Now can you see this? Welcome to web development. Welcome to web development I got. But welcome to web development is plain text. Welcome to web development is simple plain text. But I want to show this particular welcome to plain text, welcome to web development in center of the screen. When I want to see this particular one in center of the screen, what I want to do is I want to put in the center tag open, center tag close. I'll give complete introduction about the tags today. No worries about it. Okay, so after writing the center tag open, center tag close, what I did now, I wrapped the text. Whatever the text I have, I wrapped with the center tag. I opened center tag, I closed center tag. I wrapped with the center tag, tag open, tag close, open door, close door. Yes, when I do that, you can see the output now. Please go for Control S one more time and go for the browser. You can see, welcome to web development. I got in a center of the screen. I got in a center of the screen. Can you see and observe? I got in the center of the screen. Okay, after that, I want to keep one horizontal row. Write a HR. Write a HR. This is a brick. See, center tag is a brick. HR is a brick. In HTML, every component is a brick, a building block of HTML. Every component is a building block of HTML. HR is going to be using some for something. Center is having some work on top of the browser. There are multiple kind of headings are there. Headings are having some kind of work. Paragraph tag is there. Paragraph tag is having some kind of work. Every tag have some specific work according to the browser. Every tag has some specific work according to the browser. Remember it. All this is a plain text or dummy text. Let me write simple other things also. Let me go for the paragraph here. This is the paragraph P. Let me take some dummy text here. LOR, lorem ipsum. Lorem ipsum is some dummy text provider. You can take some dummy text here. After that, I want to take one more paragraph. I want to take a lot of paragraphs here. Let me take number of paragraphs here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then after that, I'm trying to executing again this one. Can you see the output of the paragraphs? After having something, can I see there are multiple paragraphs which are going to be available? Can you see and observe? Can you see and observe? I have multiple paragraphs which are going to be available on top of the screen. See, based on your writing, your browser output will come. Sir, I don't want this number of paragraphs, sir. I want only one paragraph here. Then enough. But for this paragraph, I want a side heading, sir. Let me go for the H3, and this is for HTML. Okay, let me save it. Some plain text which is going to be available for the HTML. Yeah, that's it. HTML related some content. Okay, welcome to web development is also a very bigger one I want. Let me go for this one, H2. It's a very bigger one I want. Let me bind with welcome to web development using by the H2. Oh my God, okay, H2. Let me bind this one to with H2. What happened? What happened? That was a very bigger one. That was a H2 bigger one. And this HTML is basically H3 or H4. You can go for H4, a smaller one. I want what do you want? Underline, huh? For this you want underline, you can give the HR for this. If you want underline, you can go for the HR for this. Okay, let me see. That is related to the HTML. Okay, so let me go for this is not looking good. I just want to delete this HR. Later I will tell in the CSS how to give the specific underline for that particular HR. Okay, let me close this. Let me try to give a number of things. Control C, Control V, Control V. Now this is HTML related content. This is CSS related content. This is JavaScript related content. Okay, save it. Go to the browser, whatever the browser you are running with. Now see, I'm just writing some content. This is some look like heading, and this is some side heading, which is having some paragraph. This is some side heading, which is having some paragraph. This is also some side heading, which is also having some paragraph. Sir, a little bit work, sir. This is very simple. Writing HTML is very simple. Even a school people also can able to write. But you need to go for understand. Understand is very important. If you understand, if you do practice very well, HTML is very, very simple, straightforward. Okay. Is there any questions about this kind of application? This application? Whatever I'm writing here, some sample code I'm writing here. Is there any questions on this? Let me go for the topic. Sir, please speak out.
Hello.
No question,
Sir,
sir.
whenever,
Hello.
sir,
Some guys are. Yeah,
Hello.
sir, please tell me, sir.
sir, whenever you are giving space in between paragraph in editor,
That is not an
does
issue. That is not an issue. That will not take a space. This is for looking purpose. I'm
in
taking a
output,
space.
no, sir, in output, do we also see space
No.
due to this?
This is default space.
Okay,
See, this is default space. Each and every element have some 2 pixel space all side. Let me show. That is by the CSS I will show. This is one element, right? Every element have
yes,
some
sir.
2 pixel space automatically. Every element. This is another element. This element also having some 2 pixel gap. That is by default. When I come to the CSS, it will understand to you whatever the margins you have. But there is no space basically.
Okay, sir.
There is no space. If you want, I will show one second. Okay, let me close and this one. Okay, here I'm giving after CSS, I'm giving a lot of space here. In editor, I'm giving the spaces, but in output, it will not take the space. Is it taking a space? JavaScript is
No,
taking
sir.
space here, but in editor, I'm giving a lot of space here.
Okay, sir.
That will not work out. But if you want to give a space, there is a concept called $NBSP. Yes, when I give this one for multiple times, $NBSP is one space. Okay, otherwise let me give a break. Number of breaks I'm taking. Breaking is something like taking new line, take a new line, take a new line, n number of times, take a new line. Please go for n number of times new lines. Then whenever I'm taking number of new lines, automatically you will be seeing that, you will be feel, okay, sir, here we have a lot of space.
Yes, sir.
By giving breaks, it is taking a space. That is called
Okay.
row space. Row space is break. Word space is something like NBS. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's fine. When this meeting is going to be ending, please join one more time. Huh? See, the session is going to be ending in one minute. Today I want to take one more session also.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, Ritesh.
What is H4, H3, H2? I didn't get it.
What is that?
H2, H3, H4.
Yeah. I want to go for that. I want to go for that.
Like,
so till now I did not started any tags. I'm just writing some sample code for you. Till now I did not started any tags.
Okay.
I want to move for the number of tags. Before that, you try to understand how
Okay,
HTML is rendered into the browser. The first example you practice it. The next coming sessions, I want to go for the number of tags. Tags and types. There are multiple tags which are going to be having number of types. Okay, so let me go for the notes. Let's go for the tags and types. That is the next topic. Here onwards, you can able to understand all the time. HTML have two kind of tags. One is paired tag. One is unpaired tag. Unpaired.